TGIF, everyone. It's Clinton on YouTube. Happy Friday, and welcome to another news edition of the show. I got Bungie news for you today. Yes, Bungie switched their weekly updates to Thursdays now, which works out perfectly for me since I like to record and post something on Fridays. So let's get right into it. Bungie's update centered around Iron Banner and how it's coming back in its 2.0 iteration next week. This is something that I missed out the first time around, so I'm just going to quickly go through their highlighted bullet points and then we can discuss afterwards. So here we go. Iron Banner 2.0. Power does matter. Only players level 20 and above can lead a fire team. Players below level 20 can accompany more powerful friends. Players within 3 levels can be competitive with each other. Your defense rating affects how you take damage. Wear your best, highest rated armor. Players out of your league will seem like a boss. Your attack rating affects how you inflict damage. Equip your best, highest rated weapons. Lower level players wielding fully upgraded weapons should still be considered a very credible threat. And then the next section is claim victory to gain reputation. Lord Saladin now has 5 ranks to obtain through victory. Your previous Iron Banner rank has been preserved. The Tempered buff is a 12-hour boost in reputation gains. Activate Tempered later during the event to catch up faster. Acquire exclusive Iron Banner rewards. Increase your rank to unlock better gear. Reforge weapons to reset progression with new perks. Earn gauntlets and boots to move you closer to level 30. See Lord Saladin for details. On it goes. Quitters never win. Reputation gains are only awarded only to the winners. Defeat grants a token to be redeemed after a future win. You can carry up to 5 iron medallions at any time. These are the tokens you get with a loss. Partial reputation gains are earned instantly upon victory. Strike while the iron is hot. Your reputation will be reset at the conclusion of this Iron Banner. Like any competitive activity, each new event is a chance to regain your standing. And that's basically it. I'm going to link to the post in the show notes, but by now I think you all know where to find Bungie's blog updates. What do you guys think? I missed out on the first Iron Banner, as I said previously. From the sounds of it, from what I heard from the community, it really did sound like a big mess. The original intent was to have this to be wildly unbalanced, because you'd have people come in with their best gear and you'd actually feel the level discrepancies. So a level 30 would completely destroy a level 20, and a level 5 coming into the Iron Banner would have no chance against someone in their 20s. It just wouldn't be a competition. But somewhere along the line, someone or a bunch of people at Bungie got cold feet. They kind of lost their nerve, and I think they grew fearful that they would alienate people who would just walk into Iron Banner and expect the Crucible, which is a more level playing field. And they just wanted to play it safe, actually, and just make sure that it was still an accessible, enjoyable thing to do, even if you weren't the cream of the crop, level 30 or what have you. And it just didn't work. And in general, when you do game design, you have to commit to design. And once you commit to a direction, you have to really put everything in place to support that design direction. Otherwise, you end up with something that's very lukewarm, that's diluted, doesn't have a vision, etc., etc. And that's what happened to them. And they definitely learned their lesson. Not only did they get the community response, which was largely negative, I think. I think the metrics that they take probably spoke for themselves too. And then for the second time around, it sounds like they're doing a lot to correct their mistakes. So now I'm actually more interested to try it out when it gets launched next week, and I'm actually going to have a character that's semi-decent. I can feel okay about entering the Iron Banner with some fully leveled gear, a fully leveled primary weapon, and a heavy weapon, and I should be okay, right? The skills I've learned in Vanilla Crucible should help me fairly well, should take me some ways in the Iron Banner. And I'm hoping that they stick to the guns this time. They say players 3 levels of each other should be competitive, but once you get beyond that, it's going to be very difficult for the lower level player to compete. So let's see if they put their money where their mouth is this time and get it right. And so that's basically it for the Iron Banner. There were some other updates about team chat and whatnot. I kind of covered some of that last week. This, ironically, of course, is not Iron Banner footage. This is this week's weekly heroic strike, which I did with a friend. It's just the 2 of us. We did it on the level 26 version, so we're just kind of taking it easy, not trying to set the world on fire or anything. We were actually pressed for time and didn't want to risk wiping more than a couple times, right? So we're making use of the hidey hole. I don't even want to call this a hidey hole. This is where you actually enter in the arena to battle the Archon Priest, which is the boss of this strike. And it's a classic video game technique. It's a classic Destiny technique to just kind of back yourself up to the entrance. And at some point, the enemies stop following you and they back off. So you just kind of kite enemies to you and you shoot them from this narrow corridor. And if the going gets tough, you jump up the cliff and you recharge your shields. Not anything too advanced going on here. Something else I want to cover, since it's a news day. I didn't mean to actually blow through the Iron Banner stuff so quickly, but seeing as I had not done it before, there was only so much I could say about it. Speaking from secondhand experience and just reading forums and talking to people who had tried it. Xur is back in the tower. He is selling the last word, and I actually want to cut to some footage of me just going to the tower so you actually get an idea of where Xur is hanging out this week. He does change his location each weekend, but for once in a long time, I'm actually quite low on strange coins. After completing this strike last night, I only have 10. So I'm well short of the 23 strange coins I need to buy an exotic primary from Xur. That's really too bad for me, because I was really looking forward to the last word. I like my hand cannons in this game, and even though I've been enjoying the Hawkmoon and playing with the W a lot, what I've heard about the last word makes it sound like a really fun weapon to use. It's a great hipfire weapon you can use in close range. It's got that fun factor that I keep hearing about, that I'm really eager to try it out. And despite not being a very good long-range weapon, I just really wanted to take it out for a test drive, especially in PvP. So all I can do is maybe scrounge up enough coins to get the Armamentarium, which is the Titan chest piece. It's probably like the 3rd or 4th time that they've put that up for sale on Xur. Or I can just hold on to my strange coins and hope in the next week or two the last word comes back into rotation. Now here's a funny thing. This is like, we killed the Archon Priest, but the minions still persist, and they rushed forward and just killed us anyway while we were getting debriefed. That happens sometimes, and luckily nothing glitches out. We still complete the strike as normal. We get our rewards. And yeah, it's a black screen right now, but we're supposed to see our post-mission screen. There we go. So yes, if you've been waiting on the last word like I have, make sure you have the strange coin. Get out there and get that gun. Who knows how long you have to wait for it to come back again. The Suez regime came back twice. It came back once, so it appeared with Xur twice. So I'm hoping the last word makes at least one more appearance. And the honeymoon period may be gone by then, as everyone is using the last word in PvP all throughout this weekend and into next week. So maybe by the time I get it, the romance will be over, and then people will kind of move back to their familiar weapons of choice. But that's really it for me. I just wanted to give an advance sort of notice that I will probably be doing one more Destiny video early next week, and then I'm going to switch ever so briefly to Dragon Age Inquisition. That's a new game from BioWare that's coming out next Tuesday, so I'm going to switch gears and do a couple of videos on that game. That's another big game that I've been really looking forward to, and I think it'd be really cool to show off some gameplay there. But in the meantime, just have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks again for tuning in. I will see you all next time. Ciao.